Hello folks, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little while since my last video. I think I have mentioned once or twice that I am having issues trying to get freed up space on my phones to be able to record more videos for you guys. I actually managed to switch over a micro SD card on this one phone, so I'm able to do a few videos, some new videos for you guys. Okay, so this is my Fantasy Bottles diamond painting, which is a 50 by 50. I'm doing this for the month of October for Dark and Creepy Diamond Paintings Horror Crush event. I don't have a Horror Crush diamond painting to do. This is the darkest, creepiest diamond painting that I currently have in my meager stash of only 4 diamond paintings. Those of you who follow Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting on YouTube or on Facebook you will have heard of make your own wall art, or Meowa, as Mushy likes to say, from Dark and Creepy. I was finally able to get myself some alien putty, the Clout. It just came, I just received it in the mail yesterday. Just showed up yesterday. I've been using the same tiny piece in my pen. I've done four sections on my Apple Landscape diamond painting, which I'll show in another video. I'll do another video, a whip and chat, I guess, of that one, and show you my progress on that one, because it's almost done. Anyways, so Horror Crush October event challenge. Each day so far of this month, Mushy from Dark and Creepy, she's been giving us, who are participating, a challenge each day. Even though she said it was going to be every couple of days, it's been every single day. Thanks, Mushy. I don't mind. It's been lots of fun. Quite the challenge. So this one is my day 5. This is the day 5 challenge, where you take an odd numbered square. So this is my number 9 square, this one here. And you only fill in the odd numbered DMC colors, drills. So what I first did was I pulled out my book with my record, with the chart and whatnot, and then I went through all of the DMCs, and I pulled out all the ones that have the odd number and that is in this section. So it actually gives me, let's see, 9. Gives me 9 colors. So as you can see, I've already started with number 1, which is DMC number 161. So I figured, what the heck, it's been a while since I've done a video, so I'm going to work on this a little bit, and yeah, I guess it's a little bit of a whip and chat. Let's see, day 1, the challenge for day 1 was an even number canvas, I believe it was. Yes, it was an even number canvas, and to do it in the checkerboard pattern. So I did this one, this square here, I did as a checkerboard pattern, and you'll see that it is filled in, and I'll explain that in a minute. And then day 2 was an odd numbered square that's not touching the even numbered square. So then I did this one over in this corner, this one here. don't know if you can see it, but this one here is number 3, and this one was also in the checkerboard pattern. That was day 2. Day 3 was, I can't remember if it was an odd or even, but we had to do it in a stair-step pattern, which is just, basically it's like zigzagging like this. You start in one corner and you just zigzag, and and I found it so time consuming, and it was a little overwhelming for me personally. I'd do a few rows, and then I'd stop and I'd take a break for a little while, and then I'd do a few more rows, and then I'd stop and take a break. And doing it that way, plus I had to go out, I had to leave my humble abode and go to the big town 20 minutes away, actually it was to pick something up. And because it was Thursday, my dad goes for coffee every Thursday, with a bunch of coffee buddies, all men that used to work for CP Rail, which is the Canadian Pacific Railway. And so while he was having coffee with his coffee buddies, I sat in the car. He let me drive the car. He's trying to cut back on the amount of use of the truck because it's such a gas guzzler. So using the car more because it is so good on gas compared to the truck. So, and he actually let me drive the car. Now, I actually ended up, when I got up Thursday morning, there was no internet and no cell service. So I was kind of frustrated because I didn't know what was going on. Because no internet, no cell service. Because there was no cell service, I couldn't use the data on my phone to look online as to what was going on. So I hopped on my bike and I rode my bike over to my dad's. On the way there, I ran into his girlfriend, who I now think of as my bonus mom, because yeah, I lost my mom many years ago, and she's been like an awesome stepmom, but not a stepmom, because yeah. But anyways, it was so early, she was walking the dog, and they were actually on their way home when I showed up on my bike, and the dog was just going nuts. He was just going crazy, because, well, it's never happened before. I've never, like, just shown up out of the blue and walked with them. But yeah, I ended up walking with them the rest of the way home, back to their place. And my dad was surprised to see me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here because I got no internet. Yeah, I was able to use their internet to look into why I had no cell service and no internet. There is an issue with the internet here, so I actually contacted the caretaker of the property here, and he gave me an email address of someone that I can contact to find out what's going on with the internet here. But my phone provider was actually they had an outage in this area. They had several outages happening. Yeah, so it was just a cell phone. Yeah, it was just an outage. So, yeah, so then my dad's like, yeah, you can drive the car. I was like, yay, I get to drive. It's been a while since the last time I drove the car. And it's a standard, so yeah. But I learned how to drive using a standard. My very first vehicle, my very first car was a standard. And I honestly prefer standard over automatic, because you actually have more control over a vehicle, over a standard, than you do with an automatic in case something happens. Like if your brakes give out, well, with an automatic, like you can like pull the e-brake, but there's no guarantees the e-brake even works. I've had several vehicles that, well, the e-brake didn't work. So, yeah. But with a standard, you can actually slow your vehicle down by shifting down. So anyways, I got to drive the car, and it's kind of funny because the town, that would the town that we go to is actually the town where I learned how to drive. I learned how to drive in that town, so I know that town quite well and how to get around and whatnot. So yeah, we went down, and yeah, while my dad was having coffee, I sat in the car and was knitting a curtain that I am making. I've got a bit of yarn that's just been sitting around, so I decided, well, I don't really like the blinds in my fifth wheel. They don't really do much in the way of blocking the cold, keeping the cold out. And they're a little bit of an eyesore. They're old and not in the best of shape. They're just pretty good shape considering, but not the best of shape. So I decided I was knitting one night, and it's like, hey, I know. I'll make curtains. I've got enough yarn. I should have enough yarn to do a curtain for this one. And then it's like, oh, I've got this yarn. Okay, I'll do a curtain for this window. And oh yeah, I can use this yarn for a curtain for this window, and what have you. And then it's like, well, the bathroom there's no vent in the bathroom. And I have to keep the bathroom door closed, or else it blocks the doorway between the bedroom and the rest of the place. So when I go to use the bathroom, I open up the door and it's cold in there. So what I'm gonna do is plus because with the size of the bathroom and with the size of me, when I am in the bathroom, I have to keep the door open. Because it's just a very small space in there for maneuvering and whatnot. So I decided I am going to make a curtain. And now I'm starting to remember that I think I talked about this in a previous video. Anywho, I ordered a curtain rod. I'm almost done the curtain that I'm going to be putting up. I'm going to be putting up a curtain. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the bathroom door propped open a little bit. So that, like, I'll have the curtain closed. The curtain will be closed, so it'll confine It'll help with keeping the warm air in this part of the fifth wheel. I have 2 space heaters along with my furnace. My furnace works just fine. It works perfectly great, but it does use propane. And because of the budget that I have, the income that I have, I'm being very stingy with the propane as much as I possibly can. Which basically just means I use the space heaters and I have a tiny one for in the bedroom, and I've got a small one for in here. I very rarely have to use the one in the bedroom. I'll hold on to the K for last because it's the most. So yeah. So with the curtain up, it'll help contain the heat, and there'll be at least a little bit less strain on the space heaters for containing the heat, because the bedroom has already has thick blackout curtains over the windows, which is awesome. So I don't have to worry about curtains for in there. But yeah, I'm going to keep the bathroom door propped open a little bit so that my cat and I can both walk past the bathroom without the door being in the way. Plus, it'll help with keeping the bathroom warm for when I need to use it. Yeah, and I will eventually once I'm done the curtain for the hallway, might as well just say for the hallway, then I'm gonna start working on a curtain to go over my doorway that leads outside. Now both of these curtains there will be a gap at the bottom for my cat to be able to go under. Yes, it means that there will be leakage of heat, warmth through there, but it won't be that bad because as you know, heat rises. So it won't be that big a deal. I won't lose very much. It's more positives than negatives with doing it this way. But this also means, like with having a curtain over the doorway leading outside, it'll also help in the summertime with bugs. Less chance. A smaller percentage of bugs will be able to get in. I'll be able to keep the door open. I do have a screen door, but my cat likes the screen door open as well, because he'll lay at the top of he'll lay just inside the doorway, so he can look out with the screen door open. He can look out with the curtain up. He'll still be able to do that. There will be less risk of bugs coming in, and I'll still have my privacy. Yeah, all that stuff. And I can still have the door open if it's just a little bit chilly out, because it'll, yeah, help keep the warmth in longer than if there wasn't a curtain. I will eventually, of course, as I get the curtains done for the windows, I will gradually get rid of the blinds and the frames around the windows, because they just, I don't know, they make the place feel a little bit smaller. And I'm hoping that by getting rid of the frames around the windows, it'll just make the place feel a little bit bigger. Plus, the curtains are all like, they're different colors. the two big the two big windows on along the side of my slide out. One is going to have a yellow curtain, and the other one is going to have a pink curtain. Unfortunately, that's because those are the colors that I have. So that's just, yeah, but that's okay. I don't mind. The curtains that I'm making for the doorways are going to be several different colors. Like the one that I'm working on for the doorway to the bedroom, like there's white, there's orange, pink, gray, blue, yellow, purple, black, and a reddish. Yeah. So, and I don't know what colors I'm gonna have, excuse me, for the other one until I actually start working on it. I don't know if I have enough yarn for it, but we'll see. If I don't have enough, well, I'll pick some up. That's not a problem, because there's a thrift store not far from me. So, yeah. It's a short bike ride over to the thrift store. Especially, yeah, it'll be easy for me to be able to go because it's open again. It was closed for a few weeks because someone apparently tried to, I don't know if they tried to burn it down or if it was an accident, but there was a fire. So yeah, they had it closed for a while, for a few weeks while they dealt with the situation. And but like, you look at the building and it doesn't look like there was any fire damage or what have you, but better safe than sorry. And it's also unfortunate because it's part of the church. Yeah, part of a church. So, yeah, that was a surprise to me one day when I was driving by and I saw the yellow caution tape, and it's like, huh, something happened there. Yeah. And then my dad told me later, yeah, apparently somebody tried to burn the thrift store down. Wait, what? Oh. I'm not as much of a nosy Nelly as I used to be. I used to be super nosy. I'd be questioning everything, and I was always like really into the gossip and of what was going on, and I just attracted drama. And I always felt like I had to do something about it. Like, if someone was going through a problem with something, I would try to help them with it. When it came to gossip and rumors, I was like, well, I didn't see it as gossip or a rumor. I would try to be like, oh, well, I heard such and such. Let's see if there's anything I can do to help them with the problem. Or if I heard a rumor about somebody, someone's like, oh yeah, did you hear do? And it's like, no, I didn't hear that. And then I'd go to that person and I'd be like, well, this is what I heard. And then they'd be like, well, I got into a fight once over that. Ended up with a black eye. Actually, both my eyes were a little black. But I, like, yeah, not a fighter back then. Yeah, and this particular girl that she hit me. I didn't lay a finger on her. Honest. but she did end up going to the hospital afterwards. And that was because she hurt her wrist when she hit my face. But that was because she hit my glasses and knocked them off my face, which was what caused me to end up with two they weren't really, I guess you could say they were black eyes. I don't know how it ended up happening to both eyes because, well, I guess, yeah, I don't know. It was weird, but yeah, it's very, very tiny black eyes, I guess you could say. Just, yeah, there's just tiny bit of bruising by my eyes from my glasses. But yeah, she hurt her wrist when she hit me. There's a few reasons why I didn't hit her back. One was because she was younger than me. She was underage. She was like 15, 16, something like that. And I wasn't, I'm not a fighter. I'd never been in a fight before in my life, aside from fighting with my sister, and sibling fights don't really count. Not like the kinds that we had. But anyways, another reason was because she was like a third, I'm not kidding, I swear she was like a third my size. Yeah, a third of my size. She was tiny, tiny girl. Yeah, found out a few weeks later that she and we were both pregnant at the time of that particular fight. Yeah. So, another good reason why I didn't hit her back. Yeah. But, yeah, so, it is what it is. It's all in the past. When I realized that, what was happening was gossip and rumors, I was getting dragged into other people's drama. It caused issues with my personal life. So I've been working towards staying out of that kind of stuff, avoiding the drama as much as possible, because of my depression. I've learned over the last handful of years, I guess, that I sometimes overreact to things. I did it again. I jump to conclusions a little too quickly. Oh my goodness. A lot of trash in my K. And K is 939. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. And it's really strange for me these days because I've been living by myself, completely alone, just me, myself, and my kitty cat, since June of this year, in this fifth wheel. I have not lived fully alone like this in many years. I've always had someone around, whether it was my oldest daughter or a boyfriend. I even had a roommate briefly at one point. But anyways, yeah. So I always had somebody around that I could talk with about stuff. And if it helped prevent me from doing stupid things. Most of the time. there was still periodically I would still do something stupid, spontaneously stupid, but a lot less frequently with other people around to make sure that that kind of stuff didn't happen. Living here, my dad and my bonus mom, um, they live just down the road, so they don't live too far away. So I can talk with them about what's going on. I've got my friend in Colorado, my daughter. I have a friend that comes to visit every couple of weeks for a few hours, and then there's also Mushy. I chat with her once in a while, not very often because she's a busy girl. She's super busy. Busy. I also feel like, I worry about being a burden to other people. I don't want to be a burden on other people. I don't want other people to, like, I know they'll still worry about me, and because they care, and I worry about them, and because I care. And there are times when, quite often, it doesn't seem like I worry or seem like I care, because I might not say something, but there are times I just don't know what to say or how to say it. But I do care, and I do worry. I just don't always vocalize it. Yeah. But I also worry that if I have my biggest problem is not speaking out about something when I should, and that's because I'm worried about how people will react. I've always felt like an outsider, like I don't fit in. I'm uncomfortable in groups, even in groups if it's a group of really good close personal friends. And that is something that hasn't happened in quite a few years. And but yeah, I just yeah, and I also find it difficult at times to communicate and vocalize my feelings. Like this particular friend that comes to visit every couple of weeks. I want to tell him about how I feel. Because I have very strong feelings for him. We've known each other for almost 30 years. We first met when my daughter was, I don't know, 6, 8 months old, something like that. I can't remember exactly. She was old enough that she was starting to crawl. Let's just put it that way. So, yeah. She was starting to crawl when I first met him. And we've kept in touch over the years, and periodically over the years I would visit with him at his place, and he was married for a few years, and I was married for a few years. I had kids. He never had kids. But he comes from a big family, and he's always been an awesome uncle to his nephews and nieces. He's always wanted to have kids, but it just never happened. It's just one of those things. But anyways, yeah, I'm always super nervous to try and vocalize to him of how I feel. Because, yeah, I'm terrified that he doesn't feel the same way. And I know I have hurt him in the past. And I know he won't. He most likely, like, he brushes things off a lot. Like, I've asked him a few personal questions, and he's just waves his hand. He's like, it's all good. It's like, okay, I don't want to push the issue because I don't want to piss him off. So I just haven't said anything. But I know, I really want to know. I want to see if it's possible to take things further and have an actual relationship with him. It would be nice. Would be really nice. Because, yeah, he's the only guy I've ever known that was like, he's always like, he's never like verbally berated me. He's never been verbally abusive. Never been physically abusive. He's never judged me, criticized me, or anything like that. He's always been very supportive and nice, but also kind of aloof. And I think it's because he doesn't have that much experience with women. I think. I don't know. Because we've talked about exes, and yeah, I've had quite a few exes, and he's had a couple of exes. I only know of 3, and one of them is his ex-wife. And like, with the stuff that he's told me about her, he hasn't really said very much about her, but yeah, he recently told me about her, like, if I ever met her, oh, look out, I would bitch slap that woman for the way she treated him. Yeah. Anyways, so there we go. Challenge number 5 is complete. I know it doesn't look it, but it is complete. Challenge 5 is complete. All of these left are even numbers, even number DMCs. So, and I've seen a few other people's challenge number 5s, and there's like very few that are done. Well, I'm lucky. I guess I lucked out, and my yeah, mine is a fair bit. So, like I said before, my clout still going strong. Yay! I am loving my clout. This means I'm getting rid of all of the putty that I have made. I've gotten rid of all my wax, all the wax that I had accumulated. I got rid of a bunch of wax, a bunch of toolkits. I just took them to the thrift store and said, "Here you go." But yeah, recently I went and I broke down all the toolkits that I had and separated everything. So I shipped away all the wax and all the spare baggies to my friend in Colorado. And I have a special package for Mushy. I'm gonna see about shipping it at the end of this month. I get paid on my birthday this month. Yay! So, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can afford to ship it when I get paid on my birthday. So, we'll see. Yeah. Should be able to. and I know Mishy's gonna like it, like the package that I send her. I am not gonna say anything about what's in the package. She'll find out when she gets it. Okay, so I'm just HJ KKL NOPRST and V. There we go. My fantasy bottles. That one's done. Slide that dude out of there. And whenever I'm done a section, even though it's not actually fully completed, I always roll to make sure. I'll put that back over. It's not going to stay for very long, but yeah. So there we go. So yeah, that's 3 sections up top, and then down here, this is the one that I did in the stair step. Oh, I forgot to mention yesterday, event number 4, challenge number 4, I did forget, but then I remembered. So, was to fill in an even number square with your left hand. So, I did this one. I filled in the rest of this one with my left hand. I am still having issues with this hand, so and the ache was very noticeable yesterday when I was doing it, but it went really quickly because I only had because it was the checkerboard pattern, and the first half always goes slowly with the checkerboard. The second half goes way faster. So, yeah, it took me a little while, but I got it done. And, yeah, you definitely cannot tell that I used my non-dominant hand, because I do whatever I can to make sure that they line up the right way, that they sit the right way, and I'm always playing with them and this and that. And okay, so there's that. And I'm going to set this one aside for the rest of today, and see you in the next video. Bye!